there, the educated people who are currently aware, and we are ready to make a change. What is the answer?
Rise up.
Rise up how?
And make a change.
Rise up how?
I said it. Be cautious. Live your life the way you've been living it. Be extra cautious. In the event that any danger comes your way, cop, regular person, no one has the right to do. That man was executed on camera.
He definitely was.
He was executed.
No one has the right.
So
to
he couldn't have did anything. It's nothing more he could do.
Angle.
All you heard him say was, "What did I do?" He was confused. He got tackled
for nothing. He was like, "What's going on?"
Whatever happened to police deductive reasoning, where they walk up and they approach you like a human being and say, we got a phone call from an anonymous caller.
We don't know what happened. We don't know if that took place or not. We just saw a video of him being
well,
tackled.
If I'm going to go off of the video, if I'm only going to go off the video, a man was taken down by two cops.
But we don't know how long that.
Regardless of anything,
I understand that. But
what I saw and what the world saw was two cops execute a man that was subdued. Yeah. In no way is that acceptable.
But that's not what you just said. You said if the police walked up to him in a nice way, we don't know that did not happen. That's all I'm saying.
And I am saying in response to that, what we did see, what we know. A man got executed on camera.
We all know that.
Fuck what he did.
We all know that. We all agree with
that.
But that's not what you said.
He didn't break the law.
I answered your question. I asked you what you said. What you said was, how do we say the police don't walk up?
And for argument's sake, we don't know. But what we do know, what we know is a man got killed again by two cops.
That is ridiculous. And
they're on paid leave.
Yeah,
and I think that's crazy.
Literally on paid leave.
Administrative leave.
And that is, you know why? Because it's a slap to everybody's face to say, yeah, we did some fucked up shit, and ain't nobody gonna do a fucking thing about it. That's what's being said in their message. And you know what? They're right.
So let me guess.
That's the situation of being above the law.
So tomorrow you're gonna have people protesting, and you had people protesting the last couple of days.
That's
cool. And we did that with every incident.
And got nowhere.
It didn't work. What are we going to do now?
We
can't keep doing the same thing.
People keep
and
responding.
I'm not suggesting violence, but I'm saying what we've done with Ariana and such, it didn't work. Why are we doing the same thing right now?
To put it like this,
to go back to a few shows ago, I told you that peaceful protesting has never worked.
But you never made a suggestion of what we should do besides violence.
If peaceful protest doesn't work, it's only one other way.
What should we do?
So
it's only one other way. If
you're asking me what my solution is, you don't agree with my solution, but you're telling me I don't have a solution.
So that's your solution?
The law of retention. What was the first thing you was taught by your parents if somebody hit you?
Hit them back.
All right, so what are we talking about?
So
somebody could break the law, and because they have a badge, I'm supposed to comply or die, will kill me. Because if I am in that position, and again, I don't want to be. I don't want to die by the hands of police. But I live in an open carry state now. If I got the thing on me, and a cop breaks the law to try to kill me, I got kids. I'm blasting everything moving to get up out of a situation so a man cannot play God with my life. But I just encourage other people to grip up and be prepared in the event.
What's your other way then? Because peaceful protest is not working.
See, my thought is we're being reactatory. We're reacting to a problem instead of preventing a problem from happening.
There is no preventing it when you have no power.
How?
There is a way to prevent it.
I haven't heard you say anything.
I haven't been able to talk.
Well, you've been asking, and I've been giving you answers that you didn't agree with.
I don't agree with violence.
Right.
So what's the way? Let that speak, because I want to hear how do we prevent that? Like you said, living an everyday life. How do you prevent that?
So we are living an everyday life, and we know that the life we're living is not okay. So how about the people like the Jesse Williams and the Oprah Winfrey and them? How about we start having a conversation with the police chiefs and sit down and say, okay, this is what affecting us. This is how we feel. Let us go through your trainings to see what. Again, I'm not able to. Again, let's go through your trainings to see how are they trained to handle these situations. Because obviously your training isn't working.
Well, when Eric Gardner was choked out, they was trained that chokehold, and then they were disbanded on that chokehold because they said that chokehold was quote unquote too dangerous. After the fact that it killed somebody.
So that's my thing. I want to know, what is the training? How are they trained to handle those situations?
Well, it's very clear. they're not interested in making peace. They're provoking violence.
You can't keep saying it's dangerous when you say they.
I'm talking about the. All right,
a large percentage.
Here we go. Not all police.
They're not.
But some. Fuck that. The police department, what they are built off of, 1858. The police department, the structure of policing, was to retrieve slaves back to their masters, and in the event that they got a little bit unruly, such as this, you can do whatever you have to do to bring them back to their master. Beat them, kill them, whatever. That's what they're built off of.
So you think that's what they stand for right now today?
Yes, because
officer and overseer seem close
all
together.
I have to do is read the names of people in just the past 2 years alone getting murdered unarmed or unprovoked by cops.
But can you read the names of the people who cops help and save? You can't say all. That's not the majority.
Again,
we in a situation where you're talking about people helping people every day. Like I said, I have a program where I reach out and help people on the street, homeless, you know what I'm saying, feed, blah, 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 without a badge. So I'm helping my community without wearing a badge. But at the same time, if something happens, I'm going to put my same people that I'm helping out on a daily basis in a position where they're scared of the same person that's helping them to take their life away.
I'm not going to lie. I was pulled over by the police about maybe 2 months ago. Coming home, one of my staff or whatever called out. So I had to stay and work a double shift. Just coming home from work, mind you, just coming home from work. So this is why I don't want you guys to think that I disagree with what you're saying, because I have that same fear. Now, my husband is on my phone through the car. The police had someone pulled over. So in D.C., you're taught to move over. I moved over and kept going. I had to make a right turn, so I had to get back in the right lane. The police stopped what they was doing and pulled me over. They pulled me over. 2 guys walked up to my car, their hand on their gun. My hand is on the stern wheel.
That's proper
They walked
protocol?
up to the car and say, put your hands on the wheel. My hand is on the wheel. Instantly, I freaked out, started crying, and got hysterical because I feared for my life coming home from work. So don't think I don't have the same fears that you guys have. But I do not believe violence is ever the answer.
I'm just waiting for your answer.
We understand.
We understand that you don't agree with
and
that.
And my thing is, I don't have an answer.
Okay,
but we need to start doing
There we are. There we are.
I don't have an answer, but violence is definitely not it.
Nobody has an answer.
No. And nobody is saying anything dealing with violence. Like I said, the same thing Jay Gatsby talking about. He got a family at home. So that man ain't trying to do nothing to take him away from his family. But at the end of the day, when you're looking at a situation where you have to worry about anybody that's walking next to you that might just snap and put you in a position that you might not be breathing the next second because of authority issue, that's a problem.
Men already walk around.
So something got to change with it.
Men already walk around.
Something has to change, but everybody keeps saying that something has to change, something has to be done, but no one is even coming together to think of what a solution could possibly be.
It won't be a
Check the stress, though.
Until you say, just like you said, you're going to say, talk to the police chief. Yeah, we'll talk to the police chief. That's awesome. By all means, any avenue we need to get a word out, no matter white or black, because everybody wants to be safe. So let's not even say black anymore.
Right.
Let's say white, black, whoever the situation is, you want to be in a position where you're safe. No matter if you're coming home to $1 million house or a hut. The situation is you want to lay your head where you started the day at.
Right.
And so for you to go through your day and do your regular resume, regime of what you do and not be worried about a situation to say, damn, if I pick up this banana in the store and I try it out, will I get killed for it? Or well, if I miss this wrong turn and my blinker's going off, they might, so if I turn my blinker off, they might think I'm reaching for a gun and I get shot up. It's a problem to figure out the way you can do different things. Nothing will be the same. No scenario will ever be the same that police go through or a regular civilian will go through. But the fact is, what's going to be the protocol to make sure whatever that whatever the situation is ended up with nobody getting a bullet in their body.
Yeah.
Without somebody having an authoritative issue to say, you know what, since I have this badge, since I have this gun, that gives me a little bit more of a right to have a say-so on how you breathe or not. And that's what the problem is.
Exactly.
I mean, as a man anyway, we already walk out defensive, ready to attack, because men are going to try other men anyway. That's just life.
Especially if you're bigger guys.
But now we have to worry about authority figures taking our life and not getting.
Not now. It's been.
Well, always been about authority figures taking our life without any punishment to it.
So I think that right there should be the start of the conversation. And how about
what happens when you're dealing with a group of people that are not interested in talking back? They're speaking with their actions. So what do you do then? Because it's clear as day. They don't give a fuck about what you, me, him, nobody feels. What they have kill orders. That's what I think. I think they have kill orders from their superiors because it happens too many times in too many different places.
I do know
if it was one place, I'd say we have an institutional problem with that specific city. But these places are all spread out across the map. Mm-hmm. You don't hear this happening overseas like that. Shit, in UK, they don't even carry guns as police.
So just because you don't hear it, I mean, it's a problem. We publicize everything.
Well,
here in America.
Yeah, that's true. But we also live in a time where we see everything. You ever see those shows when police go a little bit too far and they're in places like Honduras or something? The crowds fuck the police up. You ever see that? That shit happens. You can YouTube it.
Mm-hmm. Police brutality. You can see that at the soccer matches all the time.
Yeah, fuck the police up. If the police go a little bit over their line, they get beat by a mob because it's not supposed to happen.
I will say the people of Baton Rouge did ask their police chief and mayor to step down. The police chief said no. We're not going to step down. We just had an incident with our community, and we're going to get to the bottom of
the incident. Just
this
happened.
Incident.
Of course, you got to do the investigation and all types of stuff like that. But what I was saying before I'm constantly interrupted, the people like Jesse Williams, okay, they have rules and stuff in place. How about we do this? They have a union. Can we see your union documents? Let us sit down and review everything. Let us look through it and see what they're trained to do. Let us go over it. Let's have a discussion as a community together. You got the Jesse Williams. You got the police chief. You got the police prosecutor. You can throw some judges in there. I don't care. Make an effort.
You know what?
Right now, nothing is being done.
That's true. That would be great. The only problem with that is you want to have a conversation with someone that's not interested in talking.
You keep saying that. Have you talked to them and they told you they don't want to talk to you?
Well,
so you can't say that.
I guess I was born and raised to look at actions and words are. If the words and if deeds and words do not add up, I have to go with what a person is doing. What you're saying is non-existent if it doesn't match what you're saying.
That's what a person is doing. That's not what the whole everybody is
doing.
And
here's the deal. Here's the deal.
People that shouldn't be
Here's
included.
the deal. Another black person is killed by the hands of police. And he's going to get. They're going to get off. And we're going to be sitting here like, oh, how did that happen? Because
we did nothing.
They control the system. We don't have any power. So we can throw that. It's not even making it to grand juries. I mean, it's making it to the grand jury, and they're not making it to the trial.
It's making it to whole trials that we pay no attention to.
Freddie Gray's case?
No attention to the trials when they're going on. We fight for justice. We fight for freedom. We fight to get these
wait a minute.
arrested.
Please
don't.
Please don't say we. That's too broad. Don't say we.
Certain people. I
okay.
agree. I'm not a we. I don't include people in groups because it's not fair.
I will throw that out there.
I do include people in groups. I do.
Okay. But then you can't get mad when they include you in one.
Wait, let's be clear about something. I don't give a fuck.
You do, because you're so angry right now.
About me. I'm angry.
Big mad or little
mad.
You
know
can't
what?
Say you don't care.
You know why I'm big mad? Because as a black father, I watched a fucking teenager cry and say, why did they do this to my daddy? Yeah. So that's why I'm angry. But you think I give a fuck what people think about me personally? Shit, you're talking to the person that wishes that Facebook comments didn't exist. Because when I post something, I don't give a fuck if a nigga agree or not. That's my point of view. So that's who you're talking to.
But my thing is, you're saying we shouldn't include in a group. You're right. If you don't, you can't get mad when people include you in a group of violent big men because you included them and it's a group. It's all the cops.
Well, then it goes back, since we brought that up, it goes back to that. This violent big man. Okay. If that's what I'm classified as, that's fine.
Well,
do what you feel like you got to do if you're a cop. That's
the gentleman Rodney King, who got beat up by the LA police.
You got your strap on you at all times.
No, I don't.
So you got to think about that. You putting that out there, but you ain't got your strap on you at all times.
Yeah, you're right.
You got to think about a realistic idea.
All I'm saying.
Wait a minute. You are talking to somebody that's from the land of stop and frisk. I've had to deal with corrupt, fucked up cops. I'm from New York. NYPD is arguably LAPD and NYPD are the worst of police brutality cases in the world. Okay. That's a fact.
But there's police brutality everywhere. You act like I didn't. Don't get me wrong, because I'm daddy Miss Sophisticated. I grew up on 18th and D in Bury Farms. Okay. I grew up seeing jump outs pull up every Tuesday and Thursday, taking all the money out the drug dealer's pocket while kicking them off the block while he's splitting the money.
You should know why people are pissed off and they ready to resort to other shit.
Like, I know a lot. I've been through a lot. Just because my views is non-valid don't mean I have not witnessed and viewed violence.
I never
still
said.
don't agree with it.
I never
Rodney
said
King got beat down by LAPD, and then when LA started rioting,